How is it going then, everybody? I hope you're all doing very well. Welcome back to another video here on our channel. I'm the FIFA analyst. Today I'm going to be talking to you about my 4-4-2 custom tactics, why I think it is one of the stronger formations at the minute on FIFA, and showing you how it all plays out in game, what you should be looking for and how you can utilize it to the best of your ability. If you do enjoy the video, please let me know by smashing that like button. You can also subscribe to the channel. We do upload every single day at 5 PM. And at the minute, we are streaming 7 days a week until further notice. So make sure you head on over to our Twitch stream, twitch.tv/FIFA analyst. So let's go ahead and talk to you about defensive style, the tactics as a whole, and what we're running. Again, defensive style, you've got a choice of drop back, press after possession loss, press on heavy touch, and balanced. I occasionally will run press after possession loss, and I'll have two variants of this tactic. One with press after possession loss and the other one is balanced. So the whole point here is that if I'm chasing a game and it's 2-1 and I want to stick with the 4-4-2, I can change to the press after possession loss when I deem necessary. As a whole though, I do think balance is kind of the king. And the reason for this is it doesn't give you too much space in behind. It doesn't give you too much ability to, drop back, and then it gives you the ability to be able to press forward as well. You get the best of everything. A bit of drop back, a bit of balance, a bit of pressing. Like, it's absolutely everything. For me, it is the king this year for most people. When it comes to our width and depth, you can just see what we've selected there. Depth, I will vary this from 3 to 4, depends on the team that I'm rocking. If I'm using a weaker team, I'll go with 3. If I'm using a stronger team with better defenders, I will go with 4. The reason for this is that I want my team to be nice and compact, as we've previously discussed, at 4 width and 3 depth, and then I want them to just be kind of making sure that they've not got too much room in behind, but they've not too much space in front of the defenders as well. So that's where we go on that point. Offensive style, I have toyed around with fast build-up and balanced on this. I do end up staying with balanced. Now, again, if you want to, you're chasing a game on your second variation of this formation, if you wanted to have press after possession loss and fast build-up, you can. The reason why I have balance is because it just gives everyone the ability to either show short, go forward, like in the space here. I am trying to get players into the box as much as possible, which is one thing that I will talk to you about a lot in this formation. The whole point of the 4-4-2, for me, it isn't to hold the ball. It's not to be a possession player. It is to be very direct, to use the centre mids, to use the left mid and right mid, and go forward and do your best to get into the box at all stages that you possibly can. So that is one thing that we will be doing. We're going to run balanced on the offensive style. For players in box, I'm going to have this higher than I do on any other formation. Again, the reason for this is I want those centre mids to get involved. I've used a few different teams with these tactics. So I was using the likes of Marcelo. I've been using more simple players like Sissoko, even Ndombele at one point as well. And they still do the job. The whole point is to create that overload from the midfield and bringing them onto the back line, making it hard for the opponent to defend. You've got to move the ball around quick. I want you to have encouragement of one-touch pass, first-time pass, one-touch pass, 1-2s, and that's what you'll see. Just look here, you can see the team is bombing forward. We're not trying to go backwards in this formation. We're not trying to hold the ball. We are literally wanting us to go from midfield, transition into attack, and try and grab as many goals as possible. Talking about the 4-4-2, is it better than the 4-2-3-1? At the minute, for me, yes. The reason for this is I think having 2 strikers up front at the minute is absolutely key. We're going to go ahead and look at the player instructions now for you as well. One of the things that I really, really love, I wouldn't use it in this team that I've got here with Areola, just because he's not a great keeper. If you've got a decent keeper, ter Stegen, Alisson, a high-rated one, you can do comes for crosses and sweep a keeper. I think it just gives you that little bit more there. So in this formation, you can go stay back while attacking or balanced on the fullbacks. If you're going to have the second variation where you're chasing a game, balanced fullbacks is going to be better. This is the first formation in a very long time that I am running stay back while attacking on the fullbacks. It's not something that I do too often, but one of the things that I do want you to make sure that you select is overlap on the fullbacks. The reason for this is that when they do get forward, you do get them involved by running forward, using L1, using LB to create the 1-2s, that sort of thing. They are going to be there using that full width of the pitch because the wingers are playing a different little role for us as well. For your centre backs, obviously conservative interceptions, so while attacking, not conservative interceptions, normal interceptions. You can do conservative interceptions if you've got like Rio Ferdinand who's a bit too aggressive. When it comes to the 2 centre mids, I want you to pick one of them to be the man responsible for going from midfield and transitioning into attack. It's got to be someone that's fairly good on the ball, might be able to shoot, all that sort of thing. And you want to have them on balanced and cover centre. Again, the reason for this is that I was using Marcelo as a main man, the shapeshifter Marcelo, and he was the one that was getting forward for me, creating the chances, creating the goals, and just creating that overload through the midfield. The other one is going to be on stay back while attacking and cover centre. Their responsibility is to just sit directly in the centre midfield, try and sweep up anything that may come through if you do get caught on the counter. Now, with this team that I was using, I did run comeback on defence. I personally think balanced is better, but if you are using a very weak team, I'm talking 100k, 200k, maybe you could have your fullbacks on, your wingers on comeback on defence, just to try and make it harder for you to break down. And I actually was running cut inside on the chance creation. Reason for this is that obviously this year, wings does work. You can go down the wing and you can look for the swept back across. I talk about it a lot, going to the byline and looking for the swept back across, but crossing isn't effective. So I wanted them to contribute on the middle kind of passage of play and use the fullbacks on the outside to go ahead and get involved. Now, strikers, two different little ones. I always have one on get in behind. Stay everything else balanced, but get in behind. This needs to be your absolute rapid striker. And then your other one, you can either have them on balanced or you can have them on false 9. If you want the element of like 4-2-3-1, if that's what you're used to, you can change this onto false 9, and that can work really, really well. It gives you the 4-4-2, but on occasions, that striker will just drop back ever so slightly into a centre attacking mid-roll, come and show you a little bit of support and help you transition into attack. As I was saying though, you can run balanced on that other striker. Do I think you should run getting behind on both? Absolutely not. I'm just quickly going to interrupt this video to say that there is 72% of you that are watching these videos that aren't subscribed. If you enjoy them, please do click that subscribe button. It does massively help us and it's free. So just lazy if you don't. Back to the video. So just make sure that you are taking your choice on whether you want to have the strikers on getting behind for the one of them and then false 9, or getting behind for the one and then balance on the other is your personal choice. Now, going over this formation, as I said, I do think it is very strong. It is the formation which I'm using as the go-to formation at the minute. And the reason for this is I find it very, very effective to get me goals, to make sure that I'm getting the wins as quick as possible, getting some rage quits in weekend league, which is always helpful. If I come up against an opponent that I know is better than me, I will change back to the 4-2-3-1, okay? And you might say, Analyst, why did you do that? The simple thing is that 4-4-2 and the way I play it, it is very attacking, it is very direct, and I'm not really trying to hold the ball. 4-2-3-1, on the other hand, is all about using the fullbacks, using the triangles that you've got, using the two CDMs, switching the ball from passage to play. You've just got to make sure that in the 4-4-2, it's direct. It's getting to the strikers as quick as you can, but logically as you can. I don't want you guys going to the strikers and giving the ball away 9 times out of 10. Do think about your passes, but I do want you to try and get to them and, you know, use those centre mids as I talked about. Use the right mid and the left mid as well. One of the things that I do like to have is my wingers on get into box for cross. Reason for this is they come and get forward, they come and show you a little bit of possibly a sweat at the back stick if it is there, and they just create that little bit, again, overload directly into the box, which is really, really key. I am still rocking the 4-2-3-1 on the odd occasions, but the 4-4-2, as I said at the minute, is kind of the go-to. In comparison, do I think the 4-2-2 is one that you can use because it's very similar to the 4-4-2? I actually don't like the 4-2-2. A lot of you guys ask me that on a regular basis. It's not a formation that I tend to run. A reason for that is because if I feel like if I'm going to have my two CDMs, I might as well just use 4-2-3-1. That plays better for me. The players are there. The triangle's there. It's a great formation. 4-2-2, I feel like there's too much of a gap between the two CDMs, the two outer cams and the two strikers, and there's nothing through the middle. While it's 4-4-2, because the centre mids are put up higher, you can go from the centre mid to the striker a little quicker, a little bit more effective, and obviously that helps fantastically as well. I am still using the 4-1-2-1-2 as well. I did release my custom tactics video on Sunday, just gone. Make sure you check that out if you haven't already. And that will elaborate on the formations that I use in terms of the 4-3-3, which I use to see out a game. I use the 4-2-3-1 when I'm playing against a better opponent. The 4-4-2 as my kind of go-to formation. And then the 4-1-2-1-2. If I'm really, really chasing a game and I just need to get a little bit more goals, is kind of where I'm going to. This weekend, we are going to be using a 100k team with this formation, with these tactics, to see how we can go ahead and get on. I did a 150k team about 2 months ago now, and we hit 24 and 6. So the team is quite similar because obviously the market has gone down as well. So we will try to get an idea and see what that is going to happen for us and see where we can finish. If we can go ahead and finish in the elite, that will be the goal. We finished elite every year this year. Every weekend this year, other than last weekend when we did that upgradables challenge and you guys picked some absolute troll picks, which was all fun and games. I hope you have enjoyed the video, guys. If you do have any questions regarding the tactics, anything else that I can help out with, you know where I am. Please do ask away in the comment section and I will get back to you as quick as I can. Make sure you do head over into the live stream, given what's going on in the world at the minute. I am streaming a lot more. I'm currently not in work, so I would love to see you guys over there. Thank you all very much for watching this video. I will catch all of you in the next one. Stay safe. Look after yourselves. I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.